Hello everyone, welcome to Chemazon-Complete Chemistry. So in this video, we are going to solve JAM 2024 chemistry remaining questions from the NAT or NAT numerical answer type questions. So in this video, we will discuss question 53 that was asked based on two concepts. One is electrolysis, that is from electrochemistry, and another is the ideal gas equation, that is from gases. Okay, so let us first write down the given data. A salt QCl of certain metal Q is electrolyzed to its elements. Okay, what does that mean? Salt QCl, that is in aqueous form, it undergoes electrolysis to form the corresponding metal plus chlorine gas. Okay, these are the elements. Okay, is this reaction balanced? The answer is no. Here there are 2 moles of chlorine. Okay, so here there should be 2 moles of QCl means there will be 2 moles of metal as well. Okay, and 1 mole of Cl2. Okay, now the reaction is balanced. Then reading further, 40 gram of metal is formed at one electrode. So at one electrode metal is deposited, and at the other electrode chlorine gas is formed. So the question is, what is the volume of chlorine gas that is formed? And what they have given is pressure is given 1 atmosphere, temperature is given, value of R is gas constant is given, molar mass of Q is given, and Cl2 is assumed to be an ideal gas. Okay, so they've given one hint that we have to use the ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal to nRT. Okay, so what we have to calculate is the volume. For that, do we have pressure? Yes. Number of moles is given, the answer is no. Okay, R is given and temperature is given. So how do you calculate number of moles of Cl2? By using this equation. Okay, from this equation we can see that 2 moles of metal Q is formed and 1 mole of Cl2 gas is formed. Okay, we want the moles of Cl2, right? So for that we need moles of Q. If moles of Q is given, the answer is no. So moles of Q we have to calculate. For that, mass is given, that is 40 gram. Okay, 40 gram weight is given, divided by molecular weight is also given, that is also 40 gram per mole. Gram gets cancelled, 40 ones are, mole will go to the numerator, this will be 1 mole. Okay, so by using unitary method, 2 moles of Q gives 1 mole of Cl2. So 1 mole of Q will give how many moles of Cl2? That will be 0.5. Okay, it is half, or 0.5 mole of Cl2. Or the other way is you can assume this to be X and then you do cross multiplication. Okay, unitary method, X will be 1 into 1 divided by 2, that will be 0.5. Okay, so now what we have to do is, now we can use the ideal gas equation. PV is equal to nRT. What we have to calculate is the volume. nRT by P. V is equal to nRT by P. N is the number of moles that we calculated just now, that is 0.5 mole. Multiply by value of R is given 0.082 liter atmosphere per Kelvin per mole into temperature is given 298 Kelvin, divided by pressure, that is 1 atmosphere. Okay, now checking the units. Okay, mole and mole inverse get cancelled, Kelvin inverse get cancelled. Okay, ATM gets cancelled. What is left is liter. Okay, so this you solve, the answer comes out to be 12.2 liters. Okay, we have to always remember, after you solve the answer, check the instruction, what they want. They want whether to 1 decimal place or up to 2 decimal place or a round figure or integer. Okay, that you have to read very carefully, or if you don't follow that instruction, they might not consider your answer, or the range, your answer might fall out of range. Okay, so the answer is 12.2 liters and the range that they've given is 12.1 to 12.3. Okay, so our answer is correct. Okay, I hope you have understood this question. It's a good question. First, you have to use the unitary method. Okay, balance the reaction, then calculate the moles of Cl2. Okay, before that, calculate the moles of Q, and then you calculate using ideal gas equation. You calculate the volume of the Cl2 that is formed. Okay, I hope you have understood this solution. Thank you.